Hey guys, it's Chris and welcome back to another Game of Thrones Foreshadowing series video. And as we prepare for Season 8, we finally get to start on Season 2, Episode 1, The North Remembers. Welcome back to SmokeScreen, and before we get started, let me remind you guys, you can get a free Audible trial by going to audibletrial.com/smokescreen. You can get a free Audible trial for 30 days and one free token for one free audiobook of your choice. It's really good for reading A Song of Ice and Fire, and especially those long rereads when you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So again, if you're interested in reading the books, any books for that matter, and audiobooks specifically, head over to audibletrial.com/smokescreen and get your free 30-day trial and one free audiobook of your choice. Alright, so we open up Season 2, Episode 1 with Joffrey having a little name day celebration, and we see this.
Well struck, dog.
So we see the Hound fight and whoop somebody's ass and kill him, as a matter of fact, all for Joffrey's pleasure. And this is just a bit of speculation, but we do see the Hound win this fight very easily. He kills the dude and knocks him down the damn pit. And Joffrey says, "Well struck, dog." So could that mean we're going to see him win another fight in Season 8 against his own damn brother? Could we see Clegane Bowl 2.0? And next we have Sir Dantos of House Holland, who comes up to fight. And of course he's a bit drunk, so Joffrey decides to do this.
See that he drinks his fill.
He'll make a much better fool than a knight.
Did you hear, my lady, Sir Dantos? From this day, you'll be my new fool.
Thank you, Your Grace. And you, my lady, thank you.
So of course he tries to kill Sir Dantos by drowning him in wine, and Sansa actually comes to his rescue and saves his damn life, and of course that would set up this later on.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Once I was a knight, and now I'm only a fool.
Sir Dantos. The King's name day celebration. I'm sorry, I should have remembered.
It's worth more than my life. House Hollard was strong once. House on the rise. That's all that's left of those days.
And next we see Tyrion return to King's Landing as Hand of the King.
We looked for you on the battlefield. You were nowhere to be found.
My lady, I'm sorry for your loss.
Her loss? Her father was a confessed traitor.
But still her father. Surely, having so recently lost your own beloved father, you can sympathize.
So Tyrion stands up to Joffrey a little bit, as he should, as he always has. He actually defends Sansa a little bit because her father had just died, obviously. So basically what you have here is all this combined. You have Sir Dantos being saved by Sansa. You have Tyrion kind of defending Sansa as well, as they stand up to Joffrey a little bit, including the Hound, who actually agrees with Sansa and says it is bad luck for somebody to do something horrible on their name day. Otherwise, they'd reap what they sow all year long. So I think with all these characters coming together, Sansa and Tyrion specifically, that later on, unbeknownst to them, they would be involved in this.
Hurry up, this pie is dry.
Joffrey!
Joffrey!
Come with me now.
Joffrey!
If you want to leave, you have to leave.
And next we switch over to the small council meeting that Cersei is holding before they realize that Tyrion is now Hand of the King in Tywin Lannister's stead, and we see this.
The Raven arrived from the Citadel this morning, Your Grace. The conclave has met, considered reports from maesters all over the Seven Kingdoms, and declared this great summer done.
So we see the White Raven arrive in King's Landing from the Citadel, signifying that the summer is now over, but later on in a parallel moment, we would see this.
A raven came from the citadel. A white raven. Winter is here.
Well, Father always promised, didn't he?
So we see all the birds released from the Citadel, and specifically the one heading to Winterfell, saying that winter is now officially here. So not only that little parallel moment about the ravens, but this was a little subtle reminder of this. And next, during the same scene, we have Cersei, Littlefinger, and JoAnna talking about this.
The city's drowning in refugees, Your Grace, fleeing the war. You have nowhere to house them, and with winter coming, it'll only get worse.
Command the city watch, do you not, Slint? And are you not a lord at my command?
I owe my title and lands to your generosity, Your Grace.
Then do your job. Shut the gates to the peasants. They belong in the field, not our capital.
So this shows how he's being manipulated by Cersei and Littlefinger, and starts to damn not give a shit himself just to damn prove his own worth and to keep moving up in his own personal situation as far as getting lands and titles, because he was granted Harrenhal. So this shows you that JoAnna is just kissing anybody's ass he can to keep moving up in his own position, and he's really becoming an asshole here. And of course later on we would see justice when we see this.
You refusing to obey my order?
You can stick your order up your bastard ass.
Disgrace! I have friends, important friends in the capital. You'll see.
I'm afraid. I've always been afraid.
And next we have the great moment where Tyrion walks into the room, declares himself hand to the king as far as Tywin's orders, and we see this little conversation between Tyrion and Cersei.
I've done nothing.
Quite right. You did nothing. When your son called for Ned Stark's head. Now the entire North has risen up against us.
I tried to stop it.
Did you? You failed. That bit of theater will haunt our family for a generation.
So Tyrion specifically says that Cersei has not controlled Joffrey, and that beheading Ned Stark would haunt their family for a generation. And later on, we would see this.
You're no son of mine. I am your son. I have always been your son.
So not that that's the payoff scene for that particular conversation, but we do see the head of House Lannister get killed by Tyrion himself, and now basically Tyrion, Jaime, and Cersei are all that's left of House Lannister, and we got a lot of talk in Season 7 about the legacy of House Lannister, etc., that Cersei's trying to continue, when Jaime knows at this point it's just not possible. So for a little Season 8 speculation, this can certainly foreshadowing, and I think it does, that Tyrion will in fact be the only Lannister left at the end of Season 8. Because we will see Cersei die, and I think Jaime's the one that's going to kill her. Also, interestingly enough, during this same conversation with Tyrion, Cersei says this.
Starks love their children as well. And we have two of them.
One.
One?
Arya, little animal, she disappeared.
Disappeared? What? In a puff of smoke?
So she says specifically that Arya has disappeared, and of course later on, we would see this.
How did you? How do I this?
So you could pick any particular scene here as far as Arya becoming a faceless man, but I think the particular line that Cersei said to Tyrion about her disappearing was more like the actual character, the actual person of Arya was disappearing, and later on she would become a faceless man, of course. So that was kind of pointing us in the direction that Arya is having this identity crisis and would become no one. So anyway guys, that'll do it for this particular episode. If you're seeing these for the first time, these are foreshadowing videos that I do, typically 3 videos per episode of Game of Thrones. So we will have 2 more videos for this particular episode, The North Remembers. And I try to keep these kind of short and sweet so I can put them out more often, so I don't do an entire episode for one particular video. Otherwise, you're talking about a 30 to 40 minute video. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And as usual, thank you for all the support, especially you guys on Patreon. And a huge shout out to my executive Patreon SmokeScreen producers, Griffin, Lala, Kissa, Powell, Marc, Joseph, aka The Snow in Winterfell, Marylin, Bentley, JoAnna, Anonymous, Holiday, Goska, HoonJive, Nicki Snow, Horton, Erin, Habig, John, Carey, Anastasia, Jason Landers, Rhiaanon, DTizSmith, MJW, Carole Brown, and D Brown. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support, and to everybody out there on Patreon. And as just a friendly reminder, if you do sign up to Patreon, and to you current Patreons, we have our own SmokeScreen Discord server now that is a part of the Patreon rewards as well. So you can go there and hang out and chat all day long, 24/7. And I have added some more rooms as well for different topics, and I'll probably be adding a lot more as well, including the gaming stuff for the gaming channel. So anyway, just to let you guys know that Discord is now a reward on Patreon as well. So anyway guys, be sure to subscribe to get everything, and make sure you click that notification bell as well so you're notified when I drop a new video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.